Good morning, everyone. My name is Andy. This is my brother Mish, and welcome to the Major Vibes Show, episode 16.
16.
Would you believe that? 1-6.
Holy Toledo.
Yeah.
You know what they say?
I don't.
Most podcasts don't make it to episode 20.
Oh man, we got 4 more.
We're on
including this. So
As
3.
soon as we hit episode 21,
We're quitting.
no, we get about 12 million downloads per week. Easy. But we have to get to 20 first.
Yep. Last week we were trying different mics, which were these ones, except we were holding them because we weren't ready.
Oh, yeah. So you're.
This week we've modified the setup a little bit. You got these stands, these boxes they're standing on. You got this thing here. All right, so episode 16, let's start with the vibes of the day for Mish and Dre.
All right. Let's
Dre
hit it.
is me, Andy. So today I woke up this morning and I was like, I feel good, but I went to bed late. I ate a lot of sugar last night. Thousands of calories worth of sugar last night.
Thousands.
So I was like, HRV is going to be crap. My HRV was 30% higher today than
usual.
And my sleep was okay, 6 hours, 30 minutes or something. But yeah, 88 vibe score, no problem. Purple 2 days in a row on the weekends where I did not deserve it both days. But you know, I'm just a vessel of amazingness. So
Maybe it's what your body needed. Like, you know, when you eat a lot of sugar, maybe you were carb depleted.
I don't know. On Friday night, I ate a lot of sugar and I instantly got a migraine. It was pretty miserable.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I realized that I think I learned last year because I don't eat binge chocolate and sweets that much. But when I do, I always get a migraine. But it's not like I'm having 3 pieces of chocolate. Like when I go for it,
You're indulging.
it's the whole box. Whatever's in front of me, whatever's inside my pantry, it's being eaten fully. So I have no chill. But every time I do that, it's a migraine. 2 days ago, I did that and no migraine. I mean, not no migraine, no real chocolate, but a lot of sugar. So I don't think it's the chocolate that triggers the migraine. I think it's just the overwhelming amount of sugar in a small amount of time.
Oh, wait. Did you have the migraine with the sugar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's just high sugar because
It's that red 40, man. It'll get you.
I didn't have any red 40 that day.
Red 40.
Yeah.
All right. So my vibe score
Yeah.
was 96.
96.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've just been crushing it.
No, I didn't think I was getting that either. Because I finished eating by 7
Mhm.
and I didn't like overindulge, but I indulged enough. You know, I was pushing the limits. Friday night, I pushed the limits.
Well, I came by yesterday quickly. You were eating Shake Shack around 3.
Yeah, but that was,
So that was...
I had a Shack, not even a Shack burger, no cheese. I just did a burger, a hamburger.
No cheese.
It was amazing.
What's the reason?
I don't know. I didn't want the extra 80 calories.
Guy is trying to get ultra shredded. He's
Dude,
he's saying he didn't want the calories, but he's saying he didn't want the extra fat from the cheese.
For sure. Yeah, because I'm high carb, low fatting it.
Nice.
Abs are starting to show.
I can dig it.
I'm pumped about it. Anything extraordinary in my scores today? HRV was 97. Restorative sleep was above my average at 338.
Mhm.
And I slept 8 hours, 40 minutes.
Cool. Yeah, you did good there.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna get a good score when I texted you at 9 last night, 9:15, and you did not answer. I was like,
I saw it this morning. Yeah, I was out.
I left you a voice note. I was like, yo, I'm bringing beers over.
Yeah.
The race is on in 45 minutes. Oh yeah, play the voice note.
Yeah, I'll play
'Cause I
it.
don't remember exactly.
play the
what
voice note
What I
here.
said. I check what
I
time
thought it
at.
was from the morning.
Oh. No, it was
Let's go
not.
check it out.
9-ish.
Dog, pre-race is on right now, but I'm heading over to you. I'm heading over to you for lap 1, and I'm bringing beers. It's only 9 o'clock. I'm bringing beers. Only a 12-pack. Me, you, and Yuli, 4 each. Easy.
4 beer each. I like that. I always save your voice notes. I love them.
And I thought it was, mine just autosave. I have it set, so I don't have to press it.
Oh, I thought
they
it was.
just
I
keep
thought
on.
it was your love language to save them manually.
Oh, does it say I saved it?
Yeah.
Oh no, it just auto saves.
Oh,
Yeah, it's no. There's
whatever.
No,
I
there's
didn't.
no
I didn't
love
put any.
language
I
here.
didn't put any weight in that.
Yeah. So that was last night. Anyway, I stayed up for the race weekend and it's in Japan. So instead of having a Sunday morning race, for them it was Sunday, but for us it was Saturday night and then Friday night qualifying. But I woke up this morning 100% certain that it was Monday.
Oh,
Like today I was like, I don't know. In my head, it's like I watched the race on a Sunday. So the next day is a Monday. So I
Yeah.
watched the race last night. I woke up this morning all disoriented and I was like, Monday, eh?
I feel you.
And I woke up late today because I went to bed very late. And I was like, it's like 8:30 on a Monday or something. And I was like, my watch vibrated because I don't have an alarm. I just have like an emergency alarm at 8:30 to wake me up just in case.
Yeah.
And today, like, it was the first time it actually woke me up. I was like, whoa, weird.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
But the race was crap. It wasn't.
It was a
worth
crappy race.
Nothing happened.
Okay.
Like, nothing happened. Just whoever qualified.
How was Yuki?
No points. Couldn't tame that car.
Okay. All
yeah.
right.
But the other kid from Visa, Red Bull, Cash App, whatever, Hajar, he got points. He was best of the rest today.
Hey.
Yeah. So Lawson was like 17th. So he was still crap.
Oh.
But anyway, we'll see.
All right. So let's continue on the vibes of the day.
Okay.
Today.
Okay. Vibes of the day. In third place, we have Brittany with a 97. So that's an amazing score for a Sunday morning. But Dave Tran is in fourth, but also with a 97. But we got to highlight him because he's not usually up there.
He's doing great.
So I think Dave Tran, since getting his Whoop device, since being on Pair, interacting with others, seeing what others are doing, like I don't have the stats, but just from what I'm gathering, he's gone up quite a bit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and
maybe we'll even throw that on the screen.
He has some of the best chirps as well.
He's a very good chirper, and I think we built him.
Yeah, we created him from scratch 20 years ago.
So Dave's name is actually Cheetah. That's what we called him when we all used to work together about 7 years ago-ish, maybe?
Yeah, probably even longer than
7, 8 years ago. We had Cheetah working at Dave working at the office, and he was a good time, and I was always there giving him a hard time out of love. But
Yeah.
we built him into a chirp machine.
Yeah, he's excellent.
Yeah.
So second place.
Katarina with a 98. That's pretty intense. Katarina from Las Vegas.
Yeah,
98.
doing Vegas proud, putting Vegas on the map.
Putting Vegas on the map. And then who do we got in first place? I think again.
We got Sipo with the unlimited hundreds.
Yeah, that guy.
This guy's just throwing hundreds like he's at a strip club in 2004.
I know. We just need to change our algorithm.
Oh, it's coming.
We need to make
It's
it a little
coming.
harder for him.
Yeah, it's a little too easy for our friend Sipo over there.
So that was for the day. Now vibes for the week. Here's a top 3. In third place, we got Sophia, who's been coming on and absolutely just been crushing it. I don't even think she even logs into Pair every single day. I think she just knows that she's elite. So
Okay.
yeah, so that's really good. And then we got Mick with a 93 in second place for the week. You've just been very consistent for like the last month or so. It's been pretty crazy.
It's
More
Lent.
than a month.
Lent, that's why.
Yeah, I'm sure it's because Lent.
Well, it started around then.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Did you make yourself a promise or something?
I made our Savior a promise
Okay, very good.
that I would be a good boy.
Okay, and then in first place for the week, we have Emma with a 95 for the whole week. That's crazy. I think she had 2 days at 99 in a row.
Yeah, it's crazy work.
That is crazy work. She's a pretty disciplined human being from what I know. And I know for a fact that she is really going for that 100.
So she hasn't hit it yet.
She has not hit it yet,
Okay.
but she's gotten many 99s and many 98s.
Yeah, let's take a look to see how
She said,
Emma
I
can
texted
get
her
100.
yesterday morning. I think I texted her or 2 mornings ago. And I said, yo, 99, that's crazy. I said, you're inching to that 100. She says, I cut my sleep. I would have gotten 100 had I not woken up super early to go on a road trip.
So 99 and 99. So yeah, the thing there for her to clinch, she's got to bring that HRV a little higher.
Okay.
It's got to be 20% above
20% above to get
her
100.
average. Yeah.
Wow. What's her average?
It's her average HRV is 42.
Okay, 20% above, that's not much.
No. Let's see the big note.
I
No,
was-
the hard thing is the way it is now with resting heart rate is tough to beat. That's why Scotty never gets 100.
Good.
Because it's mathematically almost impossible to get the 100 resting heart rate because it's a big percentage and that doesn't move much.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so Emma's been doing great. Good for her. We didn't have any topics ready, but I'm here seeing on the board Walmart.
Dude,
What are we talking about?
so here's our topic of the day, perhaps.
All right.
I went to Walmart today.
Yeah.
Sunday morning, did a couple errands with Sweet Yule.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to do the podcast at 10 o'clock. Like I was ready. I never call him and say, yo, we doing the podcast today? I'm always avoiding the podcast. So this morning I was like, yo, full energy, big score, purple day, easy, let's go.
Yeah, we're both gonna have purples in this one.
Call him at, I don't know, 9:30, 10. It's like, yo, you ready? Let's do it. It's Sunday. Let's get this stuff over with so I can go about my day. And he was like, oh man, he's like, I got like stuff to do with the wife today. I got to run errands and do the husband stuff. And he's like, let's do it at 1 o'clock. I was like, oh man. All right, let's do it at 1 o'clock. So Walmart.
So first we went to At Home and spent about 20 minutes in one aisle looking at bathroom carpets for this because we're having RT over. We're having a guest.
You must have loved that.
That was grilling me good. I was definitely starting to feel the burn. But things went well after that. Eula was like, I don't feel like this anymore. I don't feel like doing this. I was like, all right, let's go. She's like, let's go to Walmart. So we went to Walmart. And man, every time I go to Walmart, I love it.
Yeah, you're a big Walmart guy.
Man, you know why? Because where we lived in Montreal, where we live here in Arizona, it's a bubble. We live in the algorithm. Like I walk around here, I go get coffee and there's 9 people who wear whoops and wear shorts like me, who wear a backwards hat, who look exactly like me, who have a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't see any like real people.
Like airport people.
Like airport people. Airport has like a nice...
Airport or like a hockey game or a
Yeah, it has a mix of like it's a true visualization of society.
Yeah.
It's not this like very narrow bandwidth.
Well, because where your bubble is, where you live is where like the people within your pay grade live and
Yeah,
health wise and whatever, right?
Yeah, and it makes sense. But Walmart
Everybody goes
is the airport.
Walmart is rich or poor. You're going to Walmart. Doesn't matter.
They've got something for everyone.
Yeah.
If I first of all and I'll tie this into the vibe score, but just the inventory optimization, the offering, the way that the workers are like placing things on the shelves in such an like efficient way, and like people know what they want. They're shopping with these huge carriages, like huge. Like I never went to Costco that much, but I get the same feeling.
Okay. You're a big fan of
yeah, because I never go to these places, and my history is inventory management and manufacturing. Whatever. Long story short, so many Apple Watches there. Okay,
like users or for sale?
No. People walking around, old, young, fat, skinny, black, white. It doesn't matter. So many Apple Watches, and I see these people walking around, and I'm like,
you need a vibe score, bro.
Not only that, I see them walking around and I'm like, as soon as we figure this out, this will be something that everybody uses. Everybody at Walmart will use Pair in some way.
Yeah.
And I see this and I'm like, forget the social part of it. Literally, these are people, they're at Walmart, they're getting the best deal on everything. Like they're very, I wouldn't say frugal, but they're like savvy in pricing. You know, they're not wasting any money. They're buying in bulk. Every single one of these Apple Watch users can be rewarded in the future. I don't know how, financially, for going to bed early, for getting good vibe scores.
If you can incentivize your vibe or your wellness or whatever you want to call it, that would be amazing.
All these people are incentivized by their jobs.
In some way, yeah.
Everyone's incentivized to do everything. Why do we have babies?
Mm-hmm.
Because the act of creating babies is the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, but that feeling lasts maybe 15 to 20 seconds, max.
It's why
seconds.
The biggest buildings in the world are built.
I know.
It's what runs this entire system. That 10 seconds of glory.
Yeah. I've never felt it. I've only heard.
Okay, you're saving yourself.
I've only heard.
You're saving yourself for the right guy.
Yes. Yeah, I sure
So
am.
back to Walmart.
Yeah.
Strip away all the social stuff, all the cool app stuff. If we create a mechanism that financially rewards people for good behavior, and we take a piece of everything of that, we will have built an incredibly, incredibly profitable, lucrative business
That helps people.
where every single person is being rewarded in the short term via dollars, and in the long and medium term because of their
Health.
Their self-awareness, their empathy. Like, so to me, that's like, if Pair is a business that we can pitch to Silicon Valley people as a business that rewards people for the right behavior, and whatever the financial mechanism that fuels it, it doesn't matter. It's going to exist.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching videos of like like divine timing and consciousness / God. And if like you're doing something that is benefiting many people, the consciousness is like going to put rocket fuel under you.
It's just called good karma. Do good to the world and the world will do good to you.
Exactly. And just seeing all these people with Apple Watches, it's like they're all there. They're all there. And
Well, that's why we are doing this, because we saw the people wearing Whoops and there was a lot of them. And then we're like, man, like the people, if you have a Whoop or an Oura Ring or a Garmin, you already have a daily score of some sort. But if you have an Apple Watch, you don't.
yeah,
And Pair gives everyone the same score, a vibe score, which is like,
yeah.
it's sick. It's not too scientific.
No, it's not. And as we're starting to see with streaks, with tracking, like the daily score is not even as important. It is because that's what people get. That's the short-term dopamine. But the insights and the perspective is what is really going to shine and really
Yeah.
going to be the important thing.
Um,
So like in terms of like we started, social people, simple example, girls have Ouras, guys have Whoops. If we just create a place for them all to meet, boom, like that's game over. If we create, and these are health-centric people, but the Pair rewarding people for behavior, the average Apple Watch user who's not a health person, because most of them are not.
No.
Most of them are not like health lifestyle people. They just like having a nice watch that gives them their texts and all that stuff.
yeah,
But we
Show
can
their steps.
unlock something insane there.
totally.
So I'm into it.
Yeah,
So
it's great.
I get so inspired when I go there. I'm like, oh my God, the world is our damn oyster.
Yeah, I'm not a Walmart person. I don't really ever go to Walmart. The only I've been to the Walmart you go to twice, and both times was just to go to the Burger King that's inside to get myself a fresh Whopper.
I was thinking about that because it used to be Subway in there.
I don't know.
And now it's Burger King. So Burger King moved in and said, you know what, Subway?
That was Subway sucks. So anyway, I'm a Target guy. So I like whatever you would normally do at Walmart, I'll go do that at Target. I go at least once a week to Target. I love it. And no, I don't only go for the good-looking young single moms. I go for bleach and deodorant, things of that sort.
Yeah. I went to Target the other day in my neighborhood for the first time.
In
I've been
your
here 6
neighborhood?
months.
Oh, at Desert Ridge.
Yeah. So it's the first time I've been there.
Okay.
And yeah, sure, I liked it, but I don't feel the same inspiration as I do as Walmart.
Okay.
I don't know why.
To be fair, that Target,
It doesn't have it, huh?
no. And it's like same thing with like some Walmarts, some Targets, some stores. Some of them will have the vibe. Others will be a shell of that vibe, right? Like
Yeah.
I like our Whole Foods over here, but when I go to the other Whole Foods in Old Town, it's not it.
Yeah. Different spots have a different magic.
Exactly. But I'm glad you felt whatever you felt there.
I did, and it excited me enough to excite me to talk about it because I really see a world where everyone has a vibe score,
Mhm.
and that vibe score rewards them.
Totally.
And that's a very simple thing to explain.
This week I put a fake Pair stat on Instagram of mine just to test out because I like to test
Sure.
things and see what people react with. And this one was like sleep. I made like a sleep sticker, and it said like, "Congrats, you had your longest sleep of the year." And it showed the sleep stats, the deep sleep stats, and had like a little sleep award that I drew up.
Yeah.
But that got a bunch of responses like, "Oh, that's so cool. Is that coming?"
Hey,
You know? So like lately when I've been kind of teasing little things like that, little new trinkets.
Yeah.
I would call them little quirks.
Yeah.
People get excited about it.
Great.
So like, oh, what
Are
is
these
that?
current Pair users or
Some
all
are-
kinds of people?
All kinds.
Great.
Some are current Pair users. So I thought that was cool. And I think once we're currently doing that now, which is like we're coming up with the point system, the gamification system to, just make it even more fun, right? Because
Yeah.
we introduced the streaks, it became more fun. The stakes became higher. People were like encouraging, like, oh, you got this, one more day, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. So all that is cool. So it just shows that it makes it fun. People are into it.
Totally. And that's a reward. So it's under the reward bracket. It's not
Yeah, we can't
financial
give
reward.
money rewards right now, but we're building a point system that can hopefully eventually turn into rewards.
Yeah. No, because I
Right?
don't even mean from the points. I mean from really highlighting, like congratulating someone for their good work. Like let's say they got their longest sleep of the year. They should get that big pop-up that says, yo, congrats.
Exactly.
You hit your best sleep of the year. Congratulations, share it. Because
Yeah.
we want to give people the ammo to share. Because we noticed when they have good scores, they're proud of them and they want to share them.
Well, why do you think everyone shares their routes on Strava? Right?
Yeah, it shows that you did your
They
ran.
won't walk or run for 7 months, but then that one time they do it.
Yeah, you can't trash everyone for that.
No, I'm not, because I'm the same. So, but they won't run, they won't do it. The second they run, and then they're given something, a reward for running, which is that reward is a picture of the route and
Yeah.
your stat. They post it because they're proud of it.
Yeah.
Right?
It's share fuel.
Exactly. I was gonna say I wasn't on Pair that much this weekend, or on my phone much, but how do I explain it? Yeah, I wasn't on my phone on Pair much, and I was like, oh yeah, I think we don't want to annoy people, but I think giving people a evening notification on Pair would be nice. Like,
Along the lines of what?
I don't even know.
Like
We don't have the features for it yet. Like, we didn't build the features, but just something to get someone on Pair, check their notifications for the day. Because I feel like a lot of people will check Pair early in the day.
Yeah.
And then after that, not, because we haven't developed those later features that keep the
Yeah.
combos going and stuff.
Yeah, but
like that.
I get notifications at all times. Like when I go in the app. Like people look at it at their own time. They are going in multiple times a day.
Yeah, I know. But let's say I would like something at night to
win the night, set up your journal,
something like that.
summarize your day.
Exactly. Something like that to just give more life. Right?
Yeah. I love the idea of merging the science with the spiritual.
Mhm.
Because I feel like we're in the age where science is starting to explain religion, or like the magic of the universe,
Yeah.
and vice versa.
The laws of
Because
the godly laws often mirror the spiritual laws.
and the scientific laws, they're
Yeah.
all starting to explain each other. And I think, the Whoop Coach, the Oura AI, they're all very scientific based. But if ours was more woo woo,
Mhm.
in an age where woo woo is not even that anymore.
I don't know what.
Woo woo means woo woo. It's like ooh, mystical, a genie.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's like full moon madness.
Okay.
That's all classified under woo woo. But as science starts to emerge, and quantum entanglement, like I only know the word, I can barely explain what it means. They're starting to explain things that were under the woo woo umbrella.
Yeah. I'm starting to see a lot of stuff, these memes recently, where they're saying like, how do millennials look so much younger than what they are? Like today's millennials. Like, how does a 40-year-old look like he's 25 now? Whereas 20 years ago, a 40-year-old looked like he was 65.
Yeah, like the cast of Cheers were 35.
Yeah, they look like they were 60.
I think it's the clothes, the haircuts, the
Ye-
body weight.
Yeah, but also maybe the lack of, like, those boomer generations they had to like work hard, labor intensive, like building America type things, right? So I don't know about Europe, but
No, work hard. They drink pretty much every day.
yeah, they weren't healthy. They didn't really know about nutrition. The food wasn't as bad as when they were eating it, but later in their lives, they didn't exercise. They didn't really, like, our grandma didn't really take care of herself. Dad didn't go to the gym, work out. Mom barely. She did when she was much younger. But
Well, she was always very food.
yeah, she was always
aware.
good with her food. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of the boomer generation, most of them.
No, they were building their lives.
Exactly.
They had no time to like read books about losing weight and workout form. We just have so much leisure time.
Exactly. We have so much time. We have so much instant information accessible to us that, like, people get, I don't know, worried they're getting older and stuff like that. But like, for me, it's just, the older I'm getting, the younger I'm getting. I don't know if that makes sense.
It totally makes sense.
Like, I feel so much better now at my age than I did at 25.
I'm the same boat.
At 25, I felt like I was 90.
But you didn't know.
No, I did.
It was like cranking a really crappy lawnmower, and you kept pulling and pulling, and that was getting started in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking like our grandfather, like he used to wear those like
Cardigans?
suits and cardigans that were just like old print. Like it looked like 1920s stuff. But he had been wearing that shit since like This is the 40s. Like he always dressed like that. When he was 25, he dressed like an old man.
Yeah, man, he was swag.
I dress like I'm literally 16 years old.
No, 6.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dress like I'm 6 years old. I wear my hat. I think we also dress younger.
Yeah, we do.
So I don't know if it's like they actually look older.
Yeah, who knows?
Like I saw a meme too. Like Roseanne. Remember like the golden years of Roseanne? Her and her husband were 35 and 36.
Crazy.
But
well, maybe it's because we were also so young that they looked so old.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Who knows? But it's fascinating.
It is. Okay, what else did I want to bring? I want to bring up that sticker that I posted. Oh, and I also saw some cool stuff on Pair. So I know most of the people on Pair, not everybody, but I know who knows each other and who doesn't know each other. And it's been fun seeing strangers on Pair following each other and interacting on Instagram. That
on Instagram?
Yeah, like I saw like, oh, this person follows this person on Instagram. Well, we don't have followers yet on Pair. But yeah, so I saw some like, oh, they follow each other. What the heck? What in all heck is going on?
I like that a lot.
Yeah, but we also did discuss today, as we're getting bigger and some of our users prefer to remain more private. They don't necessarily want to share all their stats. So we are building private profiles, public profiles. You can keep your profile public if you want, but you can also toggle who comments and who talks to you. You can make it so anyone can comment on your stuff, or you can make it where just friends do it.
Yeah.
And if you're a private, you have to accept someone's request in order for them to see anything other than your little card that shows your small picture and your vibe score.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're bringing in some cool new features. That's going to be fun. Where I've been drawing.
You'll be able to add a second device now.
Yeah, you'll be able to add a second device. Who messaged me the other day? Liz Cornway. She's out of her Apple Watch and she just got a Garmin. So I told her to message you. She said she already did.
Yeah. I spoke to her, but it wasn't ready yet.
Oh, no.
And we got approved for Garmin full production. So the Garmin users currently have to switch over. They have to migrate to our new Garmin.
Okay, so we'll fix them.
So this week we'll have her on.
We got some new authorization with Whoop. So that's been great.
Oh, that's a huge win.
Yeah.
Whoop, thank you so much.
Yeah,
we love you.
That was a huge thing with Whoop that they granted us 250 users before it was 10.
Yeah.
So we had to get creative with how we were bringing Whoop users on. Now we have 250. That's good enough for right now. And I'm assuming once we fill up those 250 users, then
maybe they'll bump us up to 1,000 or something.
Yeah.
Or more.
Yeah.
Or unlimited.
Exactly. So we'll see what happens. But at least that was great progress because it was pretty hard to be able to connect with them and explain what we were up to.
But we were able to get some connections through LinkedIn.
Yep.
And they were super helpful and connected us to the right spots, and they came through. So that was really exciting. That really relaxed me. That sent me into the weekend kind of on party mode.
Yeah. What else? It's busy, kind of a busy month it's been. We had your birthday last week. We have your wife's birthday next week or this week in 2 days or something. We're playing some golf. And then there's the Masters next week. So from Thursday to Sunday, I'm pretty much only going to be watching golf.
Okay.
So next weekend, I'm pretty excited for that.
It's going to be chill.
Watch golf, make some barbecue, pool. My pool has been broken for like 2-3 months and it's finally got repaired.
So it's not green anymore.
No, it's not green and swampy. So it's like a beautiful, normal pool now. So I'm grateful for that.
And it was too cold anyway.
It was too cold, but still all winter until my pool started becoming green. Before that, I was pretty much almost daily doing my cold plunges, 3 to 5 minutes. Okay. It was cold.
All right.
It was so cold, but yeah, I'm excited because I use the pool quite often. It's so hot in Arizona. So what were we saying? So yeah, next week is the Masters. And then we have 2 pair users visiting us in Scottsdale in the next 2 weeks also. So in a week and a half, we have RT. No, we have Trin.
Yeah.
So Al Trin, one of our closest and best friends, he's coming to town for work, but his work is about 5 minutes from where we live.
So that's great.
Which is convenient. So he's going to hang out for a couple of days. We're probably going to play at least 2 rounds of golf. And then as soon as he leaves, our other great friend and pair user, Rob Turcott, RT, he's going to be in town. And he also wants to play some golf. So
we're going to play a lot of golf. Sweet Yule will be very happy about that.
So we a couple of years ago, we pretty much packed up all our stuff and left very quickly from Canada, and we live in the States now. So all our friends are in Canada or scattered all over the world, not in Arizona. So when they do come to Arizona, it's a good time. It's fun. It's nice to see everybody. And it's also nice when they leave because I like to relax too.
Yeah.
So it's amazing to see everybody. Like our whole family came like earlier in the winter, and it was amazing to see them. But it was also amazing when they left because we got to chill and not have to like schedule things.
Totally. Yeah. The hello and the goodbye are the best part.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
So this week in Pair, we're still working on back end stuff, having some, not issues, but just it's boring because we have so much front end stuff that the users would be able to see, but we can't get to them until we fix what's broken.
Yeah, but I think you stress more with that. I don't, because we're literally not launched and we're in beta. Like this is what we have to do. Like we're building. But we have people on the platform, so we don't want to disappoint them or whatever. But
yeah, we want to keep them. We want to keep them excited.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I always want to do little things here and there. We're also figuring out a way to upgrade the podcast in some way, shape, or form. The show. So we're doing this setup today because we didn't really have any other options. But we're working on maybe doing a question thing next week. You ask me 5 questions. I ask you 5 questions.
Yeah.
Could be about anything. Vibes, past, future. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. And
you're just going to...
And we won't have any preparation for it.
What do you mean?
Like you're just going to like ask me the questions. You're not going to give them to me in advance to plan.
Oh no, but I'm not going to raw dog 5 questions like as we're sitting. I'm going to write my questions down.
No. That's what I mean. You're going to plan them.
Yes.
And I'm going to plan mine.
Exactly.
But you're not going to know what I'm going to ask you.
No.
Vice versa.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to prep.
And if it's a show, I would love to have some like skits.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I don't know.
In the future, I would love to have the weather lady showing the vibes of the, and we'll set that up. Once we get our 14 million of funding,
yeah,
we'll be able to set up the sweet show.
Yep.
Have Sweet Yule, on the green screen.
She's very shy. She doesn't want to. Eula, Mick's wife, my sister-in-law, she is downstairs currently. She's a good Pair user. She's a good Whoop user, Uro user, whatever she device.
Sleep. She's got all of them.
She's like, wakes up, she does yoga for like 2 hours. She goes to Pilates. She does all these things, but she's too shy to come on and talk about all the good stuff. And she'd be a great candidate because she used to live a pretty intense life like we did back in the day. She was one of us.
Oh, I'd say she was
even crazier.
Yeah, she has one hell of a journey.
She lived. So like to
She's seen some shit.
To hear her story, not necessarily her whole story, but like maybe little bits and pieces of her story of old Eula versus, so like Jules versus Eula.
Yeah,
literally 2 different people. I think that would be inspiring for others to hear.
Yeah, if she wants to talk about.
Plus, when we have cute women on the pod, they're more likely to get views than
because
our 2 ugly faces.
If we don't make this podcast more interesting, how many people are going to show up to watch me and you just shoot the shit?
Yeah, exactly.
We are talking about vibes, and we are talking about the journey of our company.
I might just wear no bottoms next week, just a t-shirt.
Great.
Shoes, yeah, but no underwear, no shorts.
That would make me feel more comfortable.
I think it would.
It would make me feel like a White Lotus.
Oh man,
I could help you out.
Yeah. Speaking of White Lotus, tonight is the finale.
Oh.
I watch more movies than TV shows. Like I'm not a big binge TV show guy, but I love weekly stuff, especially when a new episode of a show is on a Sunday night. That's like my favorite way to just end the week, So tonight, Sunday night, definitely going to watch the finale of White Lotus.
Does it come on at a certain time?
I think like 9 Eastern or 8 Eastern or something. So like by 6 p.m. it's usually on.
I need to finish this.
Yeah, I need to know if someone's going to die, who's going to die, what's going to happen with the crazy family, the gay brothers, incestual weirdness. Anyway, whatever it is.
It's lit, man. The people love it.
Yeah, like I said, I don't binge stuff often, though this weekend I really powered through Severance.
And you were not having a good time with it.
Dude, I started watching Severance like a year and a half ago, and it took me like 10 different tries to get through episode 1. So I finally, earlier in the week, got through episode 1 and I said, okay, let's go episode 2 and 3. So I did episode 2 and 3 the next day. And I was like, it was so depressing. It was so dreary. It was so monotonous. Nothing was happening. And then finally, like, I think it was episode 6 of season 1. It like finally started to get good. 6, 7 was good. 8, whatever. Then it ended. And I was like, okay, finally, maybe season 2 is going to be good the whole way through. And yeah, season 2 was insane.
Okay.
And it ended
Insane.
And now I'm on season 3. So now I'm good. But
Wait, now you're on season 3. There's a season 3?
No, season 2 ended 2 weeks ago. So you got to wait a year.
Oh, okay.
But I'm glad I went through it. I never get FOMO when people are talking about, but like people just kept saying, I kept seeing like last week's episode was the best episode of television, you know? So I'm like, what am I missing here?
Yeah.
What are these people seeing that I'm not seeing? Are my science fiction tastes going away? Right?
Yeah.
But no, they're not. It was great.
So the science fiction part of it, like I have no idea what's going on in season 2. It's good. It's a good time. Would I enjoy it?
I think you would absolutely love it. It's right in your
my wheelhouse.
wheelhouse.
Love that.
Yeah, so Severance was cool. White Lotus tonight. And yeah, other than that, man, we're keeping the vibes high. Summer's coming. Like that's a big thing. And I see it a lot. Like a lot of Pear users are from Montreal because that's where we're from originally, right?
Yeah.
And it's been a hard winter. It's always a hard winter there.
Yeah.
But like it's been an extra hard winter. Like I've rarely seen anybody post a sunny day. Apparently there was like maybe 5 or 6 days of blue skies in the last 3 months. So for people to keep a high vibe, if it's cloudy here for a day and a half, I'm depressed.
Yeah.
So like,
So what do you do? It'd be interesting when we have millions of users to see by location how it looks.
what the vibes are like, and if the like wintry places are more whatever. Because yeah, like you wake up, it's the cold isn't really the issue. I never really had a problem with the cold. My problem was the gray and the lack of leaves on the trees. Everything is dead and gray and white and cold. You know,
Yeah.
that was the
Dark.
depressing part. It wasn't.
Dark.
It was. If I could do minus 20 all day, it's not fun. But like minus 20 when the sun is shining, the car stays clean. Those were the best days in the winter. It wasn't the days where it was, I don't know, 30 degrees Fahrenheit or 2 degrees Celsius and it's just raining, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, summer's coming. So it's going to be exciting to see the users being, I'm sure, more active, probably getting better vibe scores or maybe worse.
Yeah, worse because it's terrace season.
It is terrace season, but I know a lot of the people on our platform. A lot of them are not really terrace season people. There's a lot of is.
Okay.
And she's like the ultra human, like super healthy, does her cleanses, does coaching on juices and stuff like that. Like she's like me. She like loves a good poutine and some junk food and burgers, right?
Who doesn't?
Exactly. So actually we were just texting because we live in Arizona. She's my best friend. She lives in Mexico now. And I said, hey, like, are you going to be back in Montreal end of June, early July? She said, yep, I'm getting there in June. I said, oh, perfect. Me too. I'll be there for like a week or something. Let's hang out. So it'll be good to hang out with her. And I'll probably end up at a terrace with her
Having a burger.
drinking mocktails and eating burgers. Yeah.
Nice.
So her and Dave, we got to get her husband Dave on too. He's a good guy.
Does he have a wearable?
No, I don't think so.
Cool, man.
Yeah, Dave's just an easy guy.
He's very easy.
He's very easy.
He is the opposite of Zlata.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. But I think that's what makes it work.
Yeah.
He's a good man.
I agree.
Anyway, all right. So that's all we got today. It was very easy, casual,
Yeah, just checking in.
casual pod. You heard about his fascination with Walmart and the people that attend it. So yeah, next week, episode 17, we're going to do 5 questions each,
Let's do it.
and see where that takes us.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm
well,
curious to see how the audio is with this new setup.
Yeah.
Because half the time your mouth is not on in front of the mic, so I have to place it better.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Like
Give
you
me-
see, so you see how I'm like behind it?
Yeah. Because a lot of times I'm talking to the camera.
Yeah.
You're always talking to me. I'm always talking to the camera.
Yeah. So maybe we'll put like 14 mics in front of you,
Honestly,
like hockey.
if you could just freaking put a camera right there, that would be perfect. Maybe next time. Maybe next time we'll experiment with a third camera.
Yeah,
for
but
a
the
second.
background sucks.
Not a bad background.
No?
I can make it work.
All right.
Anyway, we'll mess around this week with the layout aesthetics, and we'll bring you the best podcast we can bring you next week.
Yeah, we want to entertain you on a weekly basis,
wanna
keep you up to date, keep you abreast with what's going on
abreast.
in the Pair universe.
They're
'Cause we are building an app, right?
Oh, mom just called me. I want to show you quickly. My friend sent me a picture this morning at 10 o'clock saying Montreal Core.
That is Montreal Core
That is Montreal Core.
on DeCarry.
Look at that. It literally DeCarry raining gray. Like, and I said, this is literally what I picture when someone says like Montreal. That's like my memories of
Yeah,
Montreal.
when when there's like pictures of Ukraine or Russia and they're all like gray and stuff. They
they
call it brutalism.
Brutal is, yeah, because what they do in the movies for like those places is they take the saturation down and they put the temperature really cool. So they make it much more blue and gray. Right?
Yeah,
And then when they show you Mexico, they put the temperature all the way up to the yellows and it's like much more
vibrant and saturated.
exactly.
Is it like propaganda? The government's like, anytime you put Russia in a movie, they must be at minus 17.
I don't think that's a
Saturation.
government call. I think it's just
It's a vibe call.
it's a vibe call. In regards to propaganda, I think anyone who argues that the US or Canada or Russia, everybody has propaganda. Like
Yeah.
people think, oh, it's just Russian propaganda or it's just whatever country. But like
Everything does. Hockey teams, religions have propaganda.
Oh.
They're like, yo, our religion is good. That one's whack.
yeah. And like low key propaganda, like the US does it. Whether it's Trump or Joe Biden and all they do it in Canada, they do it everywhere. Everywhere's propaganda.
It's a human thing.
And
Talk shit.
And is it their fault for doing it? No, they're doing the best things for their interests. So controlling the people in the ways they think and want to.
Yeah.
But it's up to you to be intelligent enough to be able to see what is real and what is not. But the confusion is out there.
Oh, it definitely is.
The confusion is definitely out there.
Speaking of not propaganda, but I was watching Below Deck with Sweet Yule. Like we watched that. But it's I love it.
I don't know why for the last 6 years, every season I get an email, or almost every season I get an email.
You're an influencer, man.
They're like, hey, we want you to be on Below Deck. I think one time when I was actually doing the car influencing stuff, like it was a free thing. Like I didn't even have to pay for it. It was part of like a group. Now they're like, it's only 22,000 for the show, but you get notoriety.
Yeah, they're trying to pitch you on like building your brand.
I'm going to build my brand by going on a yacht with a bunch of
I'd say 0% of your demographic
Zero.
for cars is on that.
zero. But anyway, so I know people love the show.
Yeah, so we usually we watch the new episode once a week, but now
What is it, Thursdays, Tuesdays?
Mondays.
Ah.
But now we watch because we have Peacock. We got Peacock for some reason, and it's like they have all the Below Decks.
Okay, Peacock's great.
And
Streaming.
when we're watching it, if you watch more than 2 episodes in a row, you start to feel like you know the Fit 4 agreements. One of the agreements is you have to be like mindful of your words or something. Watching reality TV, you can't help but talk shit constantly about the people. You're like, well, this kind of person is doing that, and they're like, they're talking shit because they have this ego problem with this and that, and you're psychoanalyzing and talking shit against everyone. And I always feel like pretty toxic after
Okay.
I watch it, just because it's TV that's made for you to talk shit to.
Well, that's why it does so well. That's why
It's a sin, man.
I don't watch a lot of reality TV. I try to avoid anything that makes me pissed off. So like if I'm going to talk smack about somebody on the TV, it's like maybe I just don't watch that. Like I was saying in last week's episode, even if you're my friend and I'm following on Instagram, but your stories are always like nasty stuff or stuff that I just don't like. Like I don't want to see it. And
Yeah.
I don't like to get mad, right? And are you mad at the person or at what you're watching, or are you mad at yourself for watching it? Like
I'm mad at myself that I like it, but it's a trap. Like it's
a trap.
They used to call like a good business a mouse trap, because like you can trap the consumers in and you can get them and keep them coming back. You built a good mouse trap. That's like a good business model.
Yeah.
And those shows, it's like Power Rangers. It's a new cast every season. But some people return sometimes.
Mhm.
And look, they're on a boat for 6 weeks. The crew, like every couple of days, there's a new group of people who come on board, and you see all the drama that goes on behind the scenes. And it's very human drama. Like if we were on that boat, we're not above that drama because you're dealing with like the chemicals. You're dealing with
Of course, unknowns, people you don't know.
yeah, people don't get along. And there's always a story, like there's always like, I don't know, 5 girls, 5 guys, and they're all like, everyone's battling for the one hot girl, and all the girls are battling for the hot guy. And then there's drama and people get pissed off. And after every guest charter, this is where it's crazy. They go out for a party night.
And it always shit
And
hits the fan.
it's like there's a little fire and they're pouring gasoline on it.
Mm.
And everyone gets mad. Everyone gets destroyed.
Girls are crying.
Girls are crying. Guys are crying. And the next morning's a disgrace and they have to clean the boat so hungover. And then the new guests come on and they're like whacked.
Okay.
So it's I just feel it though. It's definitely not good for the soul to watch that stuff.
It's entertaining, but low vibe television.
Oh, it's extremely low vibe because you're dealing with people's true like their stresses. Like you're watching people stress out because they're under the gun. It's not because they're stupid people, but if anyone in that situation would act like that, because it's a tough situation.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch a lot of that stuff like that, like Bachelor, Love Island.
No, I watched one season, One Island. Of
all
Love
those
Island.
date weird shows.
Shout out Zur.
I watched season 1 of Survivor. I watched season 1 of Survivor 20 something years ago, 2001. I was in grade 7.
Oh, I thought you watched it again.
No, I didn't rewatch
Okay.
season 1 of Survivor, but I watched season 1 episode, all the episodes of Survivor episodes season 1 because it was the first like reality TV show.
Yeah, we watched it with the whole family at night, like dad, mom.
Yeah, like that was a big thing.
We're like, oh, let's watch Survivor.
Yeah, like so I think in the same year it was like Survivor. And then what was the other?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
No, that wasn't really reality TV. That was a game show.
It was a mega
But that
game
was
show,
awesome.
man.
No, but there was
Oh.
no, it was what we were just talking about.
Survivor.
Survivor was like one of the first I remember. Then out of nowhere, American Idol came.
Oh,
That was a big one.
yeah.
And then the Osbournes.
That was great.
The Osbournes, which the reality show of Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne and their family. I think that was like the first show of its kind where like
it was
everyone only knew Ozzy
Kardashians blueprint.
Exactly. It was what created the Kardashians, but everyone only knew Ozzy Osbourne for being the epic rock star, weird creep guy that he was. They didn't see him as a dad or like a grandfather or whatever, or a husband.
Yeah.
You know, and especially after like, I don't know, 50 years of doing drugs, the guy was out of his mind. So it was really crazy. And you didn't have social media or anything back then. So you were just seeing his raw, like kind of unfiltered self for the first time because you never saw celebrities in that light.
Yeah, in their natural state.
And then, which is funny, I think a year or two
But
after
he wasn't that whacked. He just couldn't talk.
No, it was just, he just couldn't talk. But then Meet the Barkers came on. Travis Barker had his own reality TV show where his kids like were just being born.
Yeah.
You know, and I was in my teen years. So that was cool to see. And then, but the last time I watched reality TV was like two or three summers ago when they started the newer thing of the Kardashians. I'd only seen bits and pieces of Kardashians through, you know, you're dating girls and that's what they watch. And
Yeah.
you watch it with them.
Yeah.
But I didn't care for the Kardashians, but I watched it because Travis Barker was now dating them at the time, one of them.
Yeah.
And I was a big fan of Travis Barker since I'm a little kid because I was a drummer and he's a drummer, whatever. But that's what got me to watch. I wonder if, because the Kardashians, like they have their people. It's
What do you mean they're people?
like they have their watchers, right? People who watch their show.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm assuming like
They've been at it since
they've been at
like
it
for like 12, 15 years
for a
almost?
long time. So like, but I'm assuming they don't get a lot of new watchers, right? Like the people who watch them have been watching them forever.
I don't know. I think there's a new Kardashian fan born every day.
Yeah, but I'm assuming
Once they hit a certain age.
yeah,
you
but I'm
know, so I
assuming
think
like Travis Barker being on that show brought me to watch it that season.
yes,
So I'm assuming it would also bring a bunch of other people.
maybe for the Travis episodes. I don't know if Blink fans are tuning into Keeping Up with the Kardashians or whatever it's called.
According to Reddit, they are.
Okay.
But anyway, it's just a cool to see. But I don't even know why we started talking reality TV. But,
Well, because reality TV, and we were talking about reality TV with the boat show.
oh, and low vibes and the whole.
Yeah, and it's not low vibes. It's not necessarily low vibes, but
It's just mindless entertainment.
yeah,
It's
it's
like-
drama. It's people doing stuff that like you do.
Yeah. I
It's
think
like
it's just extra crazy for you and me because like we don't drink or do drugs or do any of that stuff. So like we don't really get ourselves into these predicaments that these other people do.
Yeah, and sometimes with the Below Deck, it's fun because I can watch what my past was like.
Yeah,
Because
that's
when we go out, there'd always be someone crying, and there's always
Yeah.
a guy who gets mad that some other guy took the girl that he wanted.
yeah, because we
real
used to have
basic
those
drunk
drama, ego kind of nights back when we used to party and we were kids and stuff.
I
but-
feel like I didn't have that much of that personally.
No, you didn't. You were always on one mission. It was just have a great time.
Yeah,
Like that was your mission.
and everyone within 40 feet of me have a great time.
Yeah, me too. But I was always into I was always like,
You were just down to clown.
yeah, I don't know. I was just having
It was a great time. But yeah, with the Kardashians, like that really is an amazing business model because with Ozzy, I think Ozfest came out around then and it built a relationship with Ozzy fans because Ozzy fans watched the Osbournes.
Yeah.
Right. I think it was an MTV show. He sold out tours. They got like people loved Ozzy before. They loved him even more after.
Yeah, well, it's like you and me. We grew up with Blink-182.
Yes.
They got famous. We were young. We listened to them from when they were not famous to when they were mega famous and everything in between.
Yeah.
Anytime Tom DeLonge or Mark Hoppus does a podcast or an interview, we stop what we're doing and we watch the whole thing, even if it's 10 hours long.
Totally.
Every time they come into town, whatever band they're in,
We go
if
see
one of
them.
them is in it, we will go see them. We've seen Angels a bunch of times, Blink a bunch of times. So we grew up with these people. So anytime they do something, we're going to do it. We're going to watch it.
We're going to go see them. We're going to
So think of
support
the
them.
Kardashians and the girls who started watching them when they were 10 and they're 30 now or
It's the same.
25 or whatever. They love them because they know them and they don't know them personally, but they're connected to them. If Kim Kardashian dies or something happens to her, like people are going to be so sad because they grew up. It's like having your favorite musician or whatever. It's your favorite influencer now.
Totally. And Blink was way ahead of the curve because they were filming this stuff on their website. They were putting on their website
Mhm.
where we could watch them create the 2003 album Untitled. And,
Yeah.
and you got to see them hang out. You got to see them behind the scenes. And then, the Osbournes and the Kardashians.
It was like the pre-social media getting to see people you look up to behind the scenes. But when the cameras are not like the cameras are there, but they're not like you're not doing your job. You're not being a singer. You're like with your kid and your family.
Exactly. And when the song comes out, there's just more people who know about it.
Yeah.
Or when the perfume drops or the Skims or whatever they're called drop, there's just more people aware of it. And the gift that they're giving everyone is entertainment forever. And I think that's what my concept of why we do this podcast
Mhm.
is on a weekly basis. Like as the podcast gets better and we continue to be consistent and we tell the story of Pear mixed with our lives and all that stuff. The more we do that, the more we build that relationship.
Totally. And I
that's
think
what it's for.
And I think once, because we're still building Pear and like, so we're in the trenches, we're doing our thing. But once we start having to do a little more travels for Pear, some more activations, from some more meetings and travel and going out of town and stuff like that.
We hire a content person to film us and stuff.
That yes, but also like it's gonna be more than just us in a room talking, right? There's gonna be a lot to see. We're gonna bring you on that journey with us.
Yeah.
Do all that fun stuff. And anyway, speaking of fun stuff, it is Sunday and I want to go finish watching golf. I want to go cook,
I love it.
take my dog for a little
Little stroll.
hike to the park like we do. And yeah, that's it. That's
I'm looking forward to editing this.
okay.
Very much looking forward to it.
Great. Well,
And I got this new plugin. I was actually sarcastic. Didn't feel like editing this at all.
oh, okay.
But I have it's pretty streamlined.
Mm.
Can't wait for that investment so I can farm it out.
Remember back in the day when we had our last business. So we had our main business and we also had a couple startups we'd invested in. And we just done a renovation at our office that could house the other two startups. So we brought in both of the startups to our main office where our other company was, manufacturing business. But at the same time, we also hired a full-time content media team.
Yeah.
Like we had at all times at least 2 or 3 full-time people. If we had a cool meeting, guys, we have a meeting, let's go, film it.
It was pretty ahead of its time.
It was back in the day. And that was like, this was before like the Gary V's and stuff. It was like right when that was about to start. And yeah, like at the office, it was sick because we'd come in and they'd be like, okay, today's Tuesday. It's your usual interview day. And it was all set up. The lighting was all set up. Everything was good. And like, we just show up and media does whatever they do.
Yeah.
They send us a Dropbox of the files and we disperse with them as we please.
I loved it.
So that will come back. I think a really fun one was when we did it in Vegas with 5 Pound Media.
Oh, that was great.
We had a conference in Vegas. And yeah, we flew them. They came with us. We filmed pretty much the whole thing, the conference, the meetings, the messing around, the dinners.
The workouts. They
Yeah.
came to the gym with me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And I have all that content somewhere.
That is great.
It'll be fun to resurface
to
it one
unearth
day.
it.
Yeah. But anyway, Sunday's here. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us on episode 16. We'll see you next week on episode 17. And this will be released on a Monday. So I'm wishing everyone a wonderful week. Summer's coming and I hope the vibes are high and they keep getting higher.
Wow, that was amazing. I have nothing to add.
All right. Everyone, take care.
Have a great week, guys.
Take care. Brush your hair.